I first found him about a year and a half ago at a conference I attended in Southern California. And I thought, oh, this man has such a message. I really want to bring him here to Sun America. I was thrilled he was available. He's going to touch upon his theme, which is how do we thrive on challenges that most people avoid? Let's give a real generous Sun America welcome. Art Mortell.
Here we are, Joanne. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We are in a very challenging business. It is competitive, complex, and changing constantly. All these factors create stress. We need to wonder why you do so much better under pressure, why you thrive on stress, where so many people instead become cautious, inhibited, defensive. I just finished a study of children. Anyone here have any children at home in the 1.5 to 4-year-old age category? I'm looking particularly for 3-year-olds. Into my 1-year study, a sincere conclusion. Children in the 3-year-old age category are perfect. And for 4 reasons. I need you to write down all 4 and think later on of whether or not you're still hanging on to all 4, because interestingly, these are the 4 qualities that we need to succeed in our business. First, they are relentless. When they know what they want, they are eternally persistent. How am I doing so far? Second of all, they are proficient role players. They know how to talk to you, to get a cookie. That requires a very different personality with you. They know they're faking it, love to be on stage. Little Broadway stars playing the role to get what they're after. Does that make sense to you? People sometimes tell me the opposite. They say, oh no, Art, you shouldn't fake it. You shouldn't play roles. That's a denial of our identity. That's being superficial. So if you don't believe me there's value in playing the role until you have it down right, let's try it out. I'm speaking only to the guys in the room. I want you to think back the first time ever asking a girl for a date. You're 13 or 14, you're on the phone. How are you sounding if you projected the way you actually felt? Let me ask you an example. Hi, this is, oh my God, this is Art Mortell. And you're the junior, whatever the stands, the Saturday night is. Well, I was wondering if by chance you might want to consider the possibility of at least dwelling upon the thought that the idea might intrigue you, or the consideration of whether or not you might. My mother told me to call you up and ask you if you wouldn't want to go with me, would you? So what's he do instead? Hi, this is Art Mortell. You're the junior prom, the Saturday night. Well, I know you'll enjoy yourself with me. What time should I pick you up? Would you prefer 7 or 7:30? And she says, hey, you're pretty cool, aren't you? Yeah, I am pretty cool, and all of a sudden you are cool. That's why you're here today. You faked it then, and it worked. Attitude is crucial, but attitude is not everything. Performance is everything. Reacting under pressure is everything. And you can think negatively, and you can feel depressed. You can still hit a switch in your head and beyond. It's showtime. The movie, The Mask. Did you see The Mask? If you haven't seen it, make a notation or rent it. That's our business. You can think negatively. You can feel depressed. You can lose your confidence. You can still put the mask on and play the role smoking. It's party time. Somebody stop me. The perfect child is relentless and enjoys playing the role to achieve the objective. And third of all, shifting gears at high speeds. In other words, if one technique doesn't work, it's on the next one. It's not just a matter of their ability to relate to you from where you're coming from. If that doesn't work, they'll change terminology to find the right combination. Quick illustration. Young man working in a vegetable department of a supermarket. One day, a rough-looking kind of guy came in and asked, I want a half a head of lettuce. The young man thought to himself, a half a head of lettuce. He said, one moment, sir. I'll be right back. He went to the store manager and said, we have this rotten, ugly, cruddy, nasty-looking guy who wants a half a head of lettuce. As he's saying it, he realizes the guy's standing right behind him. And he says, this fine gentleman wishes to buy the other half. Later on that day, the store manager called the kid to the side and said, that this morning was really fast thinking. Anyone who can think that quickly should also be a store manager. We happen to have an opening in Minneapolis. The kid said, Minneapolis. The only people in Minneapolis are prostitutes and hockey players. The manager says, prostitutes and hockey players? My wife comes from Minneapolis. He says, no kidding. What team does she play on? The mind, the humor, shifting gears at high speeds, disarming people and converting their resistance into receptivity. And now for the fourth and last quality of children in review, you can't be upset with their relentless persistence, their proficient role-playing, and the high-speed shifting of gears, because last of all, they're so cute. They are warm, witty, charming, amusing, brilliant. Children at 3 years old are basically professional hustlers. Why am I discussing children rather than talk about you? Because the odds are you forgot how perfect you were at 3 years old. In child psychology, there's a concept referred to as infantile amnesia. Up until 3 years old, whoops, it's all gone. So the odds are you forgot how perfect you were at 3. Let's back up a notch. What's this business all about? But taking people's resistance, of those who do not automatically love us for who we are, trust us and have confidence in us, and convert that into receptivity. And our ability to do that, interestingly, does not require any change in our personality, but merely returning to our inherent nature. I'm making very few requests of you today. The first request early on, there are no bad days. No matter what happens to us, it amuses us, makes us more resilient, renews our humility, and gets us one step closer to what we're after. But now for my second request. Bring back the perfect child within you. Return to your inherent nature. You can't be too aggressive. Aggressiveness might be the greatest quality. Alone aggressiveness can cause obnoxiousness. If your aggressiveness ever becomes abrasive, do not reduce the aggressiveness. Instead, enhance it with sensitivity. You can't be too sensitive. Sensitivity might be the most beautiful quality. Alone can cause vulnerability. If you ever become so sensitive as to be vulnerable, don't chill out. Become cold, hard, or cynical. Instead, enhance your sensitivity with, what's it going to be? Persistence, strength, resiliency. Balance is the answer. That which traumatizes us also amuses us. Is there anyone in your life who you know who's ever had a bad day? Kept all the frustrations internalized, all the stress festering, until the reservoir of anxiety is overflowing and there is no more room for any more emotional pressure? And they devote the rest of their lives to seeking the safe path, the path of least resistance. Not you. You tell people what happened. You make a war story out of it. You get it off your chest. You lighten the load. You speed up time. You pull yourself out of a down cycle. In fact, any comedian, to be successful, must do just that. They must find the humor in their own frustrations. If enough people can identify with the same frustrations, then represents their popularity. Who would you say today is very good and find the humor in his own frustrations? We have Seinfeld. We still have Richard Pryor and George Carlin, but the guy I'm looking for has been acknowledged as the greatest stand-up comedian ever, and he specializes in finding the humor in his own frustrations. Rodney, no respect. Looked out the window the other day, got arrested for mooning. Tell you, no respect. And hey, I didn't feel good. I went to the doctor. She said, you got a virus. I said, I want a second opinion. She said, you're ugly, too. Hey, I said to my psychiatrist, I got suicidal tendencies. No, he's billing me in advance. Hey, last week, we had a fire in the house. My kids are yelling, fire, fire. My wife is yelling, shut up, Dad's sleeping. Tell you. I'm in the airplane, okay? I'm on the airplane. This guy showed me pictures of his kids. They're my kids. Tell you. What Rodney Dangerfield does for us, we need to do for ourselves each day. Are we together to find the humor in our own frailties, the amusement in our own frustrations? We can't be taking ourselves so seriously. Lighten the load, speed up time. Back on target again. I have made 4 requests of you today. First, there are no bad days. No matter what happens to you, it amuses you, makes you more resilient. It sharpens your objectivity. It renews your humility. Mother Teresa, there are no problems, there are only gifts. Second request, react nicely. Bring back the perfect child within you. Return to your inherent nature. Be persistently pleasant. In your persistence, you will gain people's confidence. In your pleasantness, you will gain their trust. Third request, raise the self-image, fly above it all. This is mine, this belongs to me. And there is no doubt, there is no conflict. Without conflict, there is no stress. And success becomes effortless. Fourth and last request, sometimes it's just hard work. We stand there and take it, and we get back what belongs to us. Any questions, catch me afterwards. I'll be glad to, by the way, add your personal name, your name to the book. I've already autographed if you wish to. Catch me afterwards. I'll be here for you. Otherwise, last words. A man who understood that winning and losing is not our concern, but only our ability to capitalize on whatever occurs to us. From Theodore Roosevelt, far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered with failure, than to take rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much because they live in the great twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. I've enjoyed your response. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.